Good morning and welcome to our service. Today we celebrate our intern minister of 2 years, Mandy Huizinga. For those who are joining us in person, we hope you are able to attend a special gathering during Community Hour in Unity House following the service. If you would like to learn more about how you can become part of our congregation, please stop by the welcome table in the foyer and speak with a volunteer, or fill out a visitor form on our website at www.unitytemple.org, and we'll follow up with you next week. We look forward to hearing from you and to getting to know you. And now, please enjoy our service.
Third time's a charm. Good morning. My name is Amanda Clitticott, and I serve as your Board of Trustees President. It is my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. If you are here for the first time, welcome. We look forward to getting to know you. We invite everyone in the sanctuary present today to join us for Community Hour immediately following the service. And if you are a part of our online Zoom service, there will be a community time immediately following as well. You can find that link in the e-beacon or Saturday's email, or feel free to reach out to tlewis@unitytemple.org to request the link. So we appreciate everyone wearing a mask over your mouth and nose during the service as a way to protect each other. If you find yourself needing a break, please go out to our patio and come back when you are ready. Each week we remind ourselves of our congregation's core values: connection, transformation, justice, and acceptance. Our mission is to embody these core values and into our daily lives by welcoming all, inspiring compassion, nurturing wonder, and serving community. Unitarian Universalists uphold 7 principles. Today I would like to remind us of principle number 7, which is respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. And on that note, too, I want to mention to everyone that as a way to reinforce this interdependent web, we will be having a all-congregation potluck here at Unity Temple on June 12th, immediately following service. So please save the date, and there will be more details to come in the coming weeks in the e-beacon. So, potluck, interdependent web. I really like those little cookies. So all that's really great. We are so glad that you are all here today. We hope you find the service inspiring and meaningful. I invite you now to take a moment to greet one another, both online and in the sanctuary.
We invite you to light your chalice along with us. Our chalice lighter today is Olive Morton. She's 9 years old. She loves cats, and she loves to dance. We are Unitarian Universalists. This is the church of the open minds, the loving hearts, and the helping hands. We take care of the planet Earth and each other.
Each week, we meet together for worship on a Sunday. Our worship is a ritual that lets us pause to reflect, to look for inspiration, and to honor moments of significance in the life of a congregation. Today is just such a day to mark the ending of my time as your ministerial intern through ritual. We open this space today to honor our teaching relationship and the ministry that we have done together. Let our time together this morning be a place to remember, to honor, and to say goodbye as we go our separate ways. Whoever you are, wherever you are on life's journey, wherever you are in the world, you are welcome here. Come, let us worship together.
Please stand if you are willing and able to sing hymn number 126, Come, Thou Fount of Every Blessing. Come, thy fount of every blessing, tune our hearts to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. While the hope of life's perfection fills our hearts with joy and love, teach us ever to be faithful. May we still thy goodness prove. Come, thou fount of every vision, lift our eyes to what may come. See the lion and the young lamb dwell together in thy home. Hear the cries of war fall silent, feel our love glow like the sun. When we all serve one another, then our heaven is begun. Come, thou fount of inspiration, turn our lives to higher ways. Lift our gloom and desperation, show the promise of this day. Help us bind ourselves in union, help our hands tell of the love with the aid, oh, fountain justice, earth be fair as heaven above.
Please join me in reciting the words of our covenant. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with God.
My name is Jay Cohen. I'm one of your pastoral associates. This is the time in the service where we especially hold one another in our hearts. Part of the mission of Unity Temple is to inspire compassion, and we always want to be with one another and sit with one another in times of both joy and sorrow. If you'd ever like for something to be mentioned from the pulpit on a Sunday, just get a hold of one of the pastoral associates during the week or the ministers. You can reach any of us individually or just email pastoralassociates@unitytemple.org. Here's some items that were shared this week. We have a celebration. Marty Swisher, who's down there, is going to be staying with us, of course, but she's also been appointed as the Director of Professional Development for all UU musician ministries. There she is. So it's a big passion of Marty's to advance all the development of all musicians. So this appointment is just a testament to both her passion toward this and the respect and love she has from her colleagues and peers. So we also celebrating Mandy Huizinga, who's sitting right behind me. She graduated with her Master's in Divinity on Friday. This was from the Chicago Theological Seminary. And Mandy wants to say she congratulates all graduates of 2022, whatever the accomplishment. So Jerry Messler has two family members who've had recent surgeries. Jerry's sitting right over here. One of his family members had a reversal of a previous procedure so she could remove all the silicone from her body. And the other family member had extensive abdominal surgery yesterday. The surgery went well, and but it's going to be a recovery process for both of these people. So we send our love and our prayers to them. Jerry also wanted to remind everybody of the importance of getting routine colonoscopies. T.J. Scott's father, who's Betty Jane Lau's father-in-law and Ellen Scott's grandfather, passed away this week. Leslie Maxwell Scott II was 90 years old, and he passed away of kidney failure. It was a very rough week for the whole family, and they are relieved that he's no longer struggling. If you want to see more about this, Betty Jane's invited us to look at her Facebook page. Doug and Janet Cole want to express our appreciation for the determined women that were the vanguard of abortion and reproductive rights 50 years ago. They, along with many other determined people, including many religious liberals, were the reason Roe versus Wade was here in the first place. So they celebrate those people. And at the same time, we're also holding in our hearts all of our concerns about reproductive justice and hope that we'll find a way to protect the rights of all people. Let us remember that violence touches the lives of people inside our community, outside our community, and around the world. We always like to pray for both victims and perpetrators. As we hold these items in our hearts, as well as all the other items, the joys and sorrows that we carry, we enter together in a time of prayer and reflection. This is a blessing that I found. This is partially for Mandy, who's going to be starting a new position, and it's also for all of us who are moving along to whatever the next chapters are of our lives, or just planting our blossoms for spring. The name of the blessing is A Blessing for One Who Plants Seeds, by Ruth Harley. May the earth under your fingernails be to you an anointing, a mixture of stardust stuff. May the roots beneath your feet be to you an indwelling, a steadfastness which abides. May the leaves between your fingers be to you a greening, a bursting forth of unfettered life, a wild fulfillment of promise, outpouring abundance of fragile, tenacious joy. May you know yourself held in the dark, germinating, growing into love, rooted in vital soil, growing into the full delight of who you are. Blessed be. Amen.
I would like to invite any children or young people or youth or young at heart people who'd like to come forward. I am so excited to read a book to you today. The book is called The Hello Goodbye Window. So come on down here and we'll see how it goes. Hello, it is good to see everyone today. Awesome. Hi. How are you all today? Do any of you know this book? Yes. Some of you do? Excellent. It's a pretty good book. It's a pretty fun one. And it's about something called the Hello Goodbye Window. Hi. Nana and Poppy live in a big house in the middle of town. There's a brick path that goes to the back porch, but before you get there, you pass right by the kitchen window. That's the Hello Goodbye window. It looks like a regular window, but it's not. The kitchen is where Nana and Poppy spend most of the time. So you can climb up on the flour barrel and tap the window, then duck down and they won't know who did it. Or you can press your face against the glass and frighten them. If they're not in the kitchen, you can't do any of those things, and you have to wait until next time. If they see you first, they wave and make silly faces. Sometimes Nana peekaboos me, which always makes me laugh, so I get a lot of extra fun and hellos before I even get inside. Just look at the kitchen. It's so big. It has a table you can color on and lots of drawers to take stuff out of and play with, but you can't touch anything under the sink. You could get really sick. There are shelves full of glass jars with lots of everything in them, a step stool so I can wash my hands, and all kinds of pictures from the olden days. Nana says she even used to give me a bath in the sink when I was little. Really? Yeah, a bath in the sink. Sometimes Poppy plays his harmonica for me. He can only play one song, Oh Susanna, but he can play it a lot of different ways. He can play it slow or fast, or he can play it sitting down or standing up. He says he can even play it and drink a glass of water at the same time, but I've never seen him do that. When I stay over, we have our supper in the kitchen too. And when it's dark outside, we can look at our reflections in the window. It works just like a mirror, except it's not in the bathroom. And it looks like we're outside looking in. Poppy says, "What are you doing out there? You come right in and have your dinner." And I say, "But I'm here with you, Poppy." And then he looks at me in a funny way. Just before I go to bed, Nana turns off all the lights and we stand by the window and say goodnight to the stars. Do you know how many stars there are? Do you?
Yes. There is 1
There are more stars than we can count. But there's more than that. Space is infinite, that's right. We got some budding astronomists here. Nice job, folks. Well, apparently Nana knows all the stars, or at least a lot of them. In the morning, the first place we go is back to the kitchen, and there's the window waiting for us. You can look out and say good morning to the garden and see if it's going to rain or be nice. And you can see if the dog next door is doing stuff in Nana's flower beds. She hates that. Sometimes Poppy says in a real loud voice, "Hello, world! What have you got for us today?" Nobody ever answers, but he doesn't care. Poppy makes breakfast. He says it's his specialty. My favorite is oatmeal with bananas and raisins that you can't see because he hides them down inside. I find them all. When I get dressed, I help Nana in the garden. It's a very nice garden, but there's a tiger who lives in the big bush in the back, so I don't ever go there. Looks like a tiger, little tiger kitty, huh? I ride my bike too, not in the street. Or collect sticks and acorns, not in the house, please. Or I kick my ball around. Sometimes when it's hot, Poppy chases me with the hose and I yell, "Stop it, Poppy, stop it." When he does stop, I ask him to do it again. Nana just shakes her head. When I get tired, I come in and take my nap, and nothing happens until I get up. Then sometimes I just sit by the hello goodbye window and watch. Nana says it's a magic window and anybody can come along when you least expect it. Tyrannosaurus Rex, he's extinct, so he doesn't come around much. The pizza delivery guy, pepperoni and cheese, he knows that's my favorite. The Queen of England, Nana is English, you know, so the Queen likes to come for tea. They all could come, and a lot more if they want to. And if they do, I'll see them first. Mommy and Daddy pick me up after work. I'm glad because I know we're going home, but it makes me sad too because I have to leave Nana and Poppy. You can be happy and sad at the same time, you know. It just happens that way sometimes. When we leave, we always stop at the window to blow kisses goodbye. When you look from the outside, Nana and Poppy's house has lots of windows, but there's only one hello goodbye window, and it's right where you need it. When I get my own house someday, I'm going to have a special hello goodbye window too. By that time, I might be a Nana myself. I don't know who the Poppy will be, but I hope he can play harmonica. The end. Thank you for joining me for this story. I now invite you all to go into Unity House and we will sing our song as the children leave. I now invite all of you and those of you who are online to please join us in our ritual of releasing. The words are found in your order of service. They're on the second page, the back of the first page. The life of our religious community is fluid, ever changing with new lives, new visions, new possibilities, and new ministries. 2 years ago, we welcomed our intern minister, Mandy Huizinga, and we have been changed by her ministry. Today, we say farewell to Mandy, who has successfully completed her internship.
I thank you all, the members and friends of Unity Temple, for my experiences of the past 2 years. I thank you for your love, kindness, and support. I was challenged and stretched. My experiences gave me good tools with which to do ministry. I was given freedom to create a ministry with you, and I thank you for your acceptance of my ministry among you. I celebrate the things we were able to do even while online and through ministerial transition, and I have a sadness, most especially by the limitations the pandemic has placed on getting to know many of you well.
Mandy, we are grateful that you came to learn the practice of ministry among us, growing into the compassionate and visionary minister we know you to be. Even though you'll no longer be with us, your influence will not leave us. We bless you as you embark on your settled ministry with DuPage UU Church, and look forward with excitement to your ordination and installation there in the fall. Vanessa, Sunny, Elle, and Nina, and Jay, thank you all so very much for mentoring Mandy into ministry as her internship committee. Will you trust that the work you did with her will serve her well in her ministries to come? We do. Do you, the members and friends of Unity Temple, now release Mandy from her role as your intern minister? Do you, Mandy, release Unity Temple from turning to you for ministry and guidance?
I do.
Will all of you now join me in blessing Mandy? Spirit of life and love, we have been moved by Mandy's presence and work. We are grateful for her special gifts, which she will take with her, and by which we have been changed. We bless Mandy as she completes her journey to being a fully fellowshipped and ordained minister. Spirit of life and love, we trust that whatever ministry she undertakes in the future will be done with great love and compassion and a heart open to learning from all that she does. Mandy, go with our blessings and love. Mandy, surrounded by our love and our hopes for the future in this wonderful faith we share, you are hereby released from your internship. Blessed be, and amen.
A voice started out as a whisper, turned into a scream, made a beautiful noise, shoulder to shoulder marching in the street. When you're all alone, it's a quiet breeze, but when you're band together, it's a choir of thunder and rain. Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice. I'm not living to die. Don't stand in a wasteland, look at me in the eye. Stop living a lie and stand up next to me. You gotta put one foot in front of the other, with a hand in a hand holding on to each other. Go on and rejoice, 'cause you have a voice. It is loud, it is clear, it's stronger than your fear. It's believing you belong. for calling out the wrong. From the silence of my sisters to the violence of my brothers, we can rage against the river, feel the pain of another. I have a voice, and I let it speak for the ones who aren't yet really free. It's killing me. No one is saying what we need to hear, but I will not let silence win. Now when I see all the pain our people are in, now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice. It is loud, it is clear, it is stronger than our fear. It's believing you belong, it's for calling out the wrong. From the mouths of our mothers to the lips of our daughters, we can dream like our brothers, speaking loud like our fathers. We can heal. Can you hear us? Can you hear us now? I have a voice, started out as a whisper, turned into a scream, made a beautiful noise, shoulder to shoulder marching in the street. When you're all alone, it's a quiet breeze, but when you stand together, it's a choir of thunder and rain. Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice. Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice. Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice.
Thank you, Lindsey and Aisha. That is one of my favorite songs. Goodbyes can be challenging. And I'm not talking about the goodbyes we say when we leave for work or school. I'm talking about the goodbyes that happen when we don't know when or if we will see someone again. So as I was thinking about what it means to say goodbye, I had this revelation that goodbyes are a combination of two things that we humans avoid at all costs. First, goodbyes signify change. And I don't know anybody who loves change. Some of us can certainly deal with it better than others, but we humans tend to avoid change as much as we can. Second, goodbyes are filled with grief, a sense of loss. So when combined, grief and change makes most of us want to run far, far away. No wonder we don't like goodbyes. They're the combination of the two most dreadful things we can find in human experience: change and grief. But it doesn't have to be that way. We don't have to dread either change or grief, nor do we have to even hate goodbyes. I'm not suggesting we have to love them, but I believe we can become more comfortable with these practices. And when we become more comfortable holding our grief, change, and saying goodbye, we allow ourselves to embrace possibility. So how do we become more open to these experiences? Well, first, let's look at grief. Grief is losing someone or something. Now, I have some bad news about grief. It never really goes away. Rather, we grow larger around our grief as we let it settle within our lives. I like to visualize it this way. Imagine a jar, like a ball jar. You know the glass jars used for canning? Kind of like this jar here. Imagine your grief as the water in this jar. It kind of fills most of it, right? It seems a little unbearable, a little overwhelming, maybe consuming. And yet, as we move through life, we grow to accommodate the grief. We grow our jars. While the water might look like it's less, there's just as much water as there always was. What's changed is the jar. When we grow larger, we actually leave room for the only thing that can actually hold and heal our grief: love. The grief, the water, is a part of us. It will always be there. But the glass jar, you grew. You left more space for love and joy and other good things. Which brings us to change. As the glass jar changed when we grew, so we change every day. Each person we encounter, each experience we have changes us. Now, some of these changes are huge and profound, like seminary and an internship, but some of these changes are simple and small, like a person who smiles at us on the sidewalk, changing our mood for the rest of the day. While some change is painful, like goodbyes, most change is actually just uncomfortable rather than painful. It's uncomfortable because it's new, not because it's necessarily bad. But even the change that is painful is not without its benefits. Saying goodbye is a painful change, and it's also a blessed experience when we remember that we are in pain because we chose to engage in a relationship that has impacted our lives. And that relationship, even if it has to end, stays with us. The memory of a relationship well-lived and well-loved never leaves us. It transforms us. We are changed by it. And so when it comes to saying goodbyes, which are the combination of grief and change, we find ourselves engaged in more than just an act of ending our time together. We're honoring the change that we have experienced and the grief we feel at the end of something good. We've walked through some challenging moments. While some of us have changed more than others, none of us are who we were 2 years ago. Our jars have grown and changed as you engaged in the role of teacher and I of student. And now, as I leave and we say goodbye, my glass jar is going to grow even more as I experience the grief of letting go. I will continue to change. And as I leave, you too will grow your glass jar with the grief of letting go, which leaves room for you to embrace a new path for Unity Temple in your future developmental ministry. Now, some goodbyes we can see coming, like when you hire an interim or an intern minister, when you hire a developmental minister, frankly, even when you hire a settled minister. You know that all of these relationships will end with a goodbye sooner rather than later. Obviously, with an interim and an intern, they will end much sooner, but they will all end. It is normal and natural to resist engaging in a relationship that has a set end date. It means you avoid pain or being uncomfortable. Yet here's the thing. When we avoid pain or discomfort, we can't grow And when we don't grow, we find ourselves to be this tiny jar that was filled almost to the top with grief, which leaves only a limited amount of love for ourselves and the world. It's a risk to love and engage, and it always brings pain and discomfort. Growing from one size to the next is never comfortable, but it also always brings love and connection. And with more love and connection, we find ourselves transformed and able to transform the world anew. The risk of relationship is growth and love, the risk of transformation. I have been transformed by my time here at Unity Temple, by my relationship with each of you. I am a better minister, more able to love my congregation of DuPage UU Church because you nurtured me. You grew my glass jar. While my sadness of leaving will remain, it will also make room for the transformative love I need to do Unitarian Universalist ministry, to be a Unitarian Universalist minister open to the possibility of transformation. My wish for you, both individually and collectively as a congregation, is for you to embrace the opportunity to grow your jars, even in the midst of discomfort and pain. My prayer for you is that you take the risk to be in relationship with your interim and developmental ministers, to engage your past, to embrace your future, that you might grow your jar, to fill it with so much love that it transforms you, that it transforms Unity Temple, that it transforms Oak Park, that it transforms the world. This is my deepest hope for you, to risk the transformation of yourselves. May our jars honor a good goodbye by growing so large that they contain all the love and joy we can possibly hold. May it be so. Amen. And goodbye.
So this is the internship committee, it's most of us at least. This is Vanessa Crowder, who's the chair of the internship committee, and Elle Morton and Sunny Hall, and Nina Brewer-Davis is with the fourth graders, but she'll watch it on video later. So we're here to actually thank Mandy. I just want to let you all know what it takes to come through this internship. It is an amazing number of steps to get what they call fellowship, which means you're allowed to go into search for a job. And it's an amazing number of steps you've taken. You're evaluated at many levels in 7 broad areas of ministry. Thank you. I didn't know what word to use because it's broad, and I think what we talked about this before the service, and what we all really respect is how well you took feedback from us, from your teaching ministers. You survived the change of teaching ministers in the middle of your internship and all the changes at Unity Temple. And we were during the pandemic. You might not have all noticed this, but if you ever go back and watch Mandy's videos from like most of the YouTube stuff, You're in different rooms in your house with different corners with different tchotchkes, and like everything is like beautiful. So take a look at that sometime. But anyway, that was all part of making a beautiful worship service for all of us. And I know your heart was with us the whole time, and you did so much for us as a team, and we wish you so much luck in your future. I am sure DuPage UU Church is very blessed to get you. We did buy you a little gift. It's a chalice. So we're hoping that you take that, and it has many moments of meaning in your future ministry. So we love you, and we're so proud of you. So congratulations.
I guess that means I have to say something. I really honestly cannot share enough gratitude for you all, that you walked me through an internship, yes, but it was an internship in extenuating circumstances of all kinds, and you loved me into ministry. I will forever be grateful to Unity Temple and to each one of you for everything that you have done to make this internship special for me. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Corey Anderson. I am a member of MyHat, Unity Temple's mental health awareness team, and a facilitator of our monthly support group. I need a little aside here because while we all have been able to experience Mandy from the pulpit, through MyHat, I got to work with her and get to know her in a different way and appreciate her in a different way. And I will have to grow my jar larger because there's some water going into it today with your departure. Where was I? I've also done several video projects with NAMI Metro Suburban, which is the recipient of this week's collection. And it, by the way, has supported MyHat from its beginning. It is NAMI Metro Suburban's mission to improve the lives of individuals, families, and communities affected by mental illness by providing support, education, and advocacy in the western suburbs of Cook County. An affiliate of the National Alliance for Mental Illness, NAMI reached over 16,000 people last year through its drop-in center, living rooms, and family support programs, and 3,000 students with its school education program. And personally, I know several people who changed their lives through working with NAMI. And all of its services are free. You may donate by placing cash or check in one of the circulating baskets, sending a check to the UT office with NAMI on the memo line, by texting 73256 with the message UTUUC $ followed by the amount, or use the camera, for those of you at home, use the camera on your phone to scan the QR code on the screen during the offertory, or you can give at the UTUUC website. Take your pick, and may what you give bring you joy.
Please join us for hymn number 298 in the Gray Hymnal, You may stand if you're willing and able. We will be doing verses 1, 3, and 5. Wake now, my senses, and hear the earth call. Feel the deep power of being all. Keep with the web of creation your vow, giving, receiving, as love shows us how. Wake now, compassion, give heed to the cry. Voices of suffering fill the white sky. Take as your neighbor both stranger and friend, praying and striving their hardship to end. Wake now, my vision of ministry clear, bright in my pathway with radiance here. Mingle my calling with all who will share. Work toward a planet transformed by our care.
Friends, my time as your ministerial intern has come to an end. With deepest gratitude, I thank you for giving me the space to learn, for embracing me fully, and for welcoming me as your intern. May your ministry as a congregation be a blessing to the world. Please join me in the last word through a ritual of extinguishing our chalice. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.
I never held my hand out and asked for something free. I got pride I can roll out for miles in front of me. I don't need your help and I don't need sympathy. I don't need you to lower the bar for me. I know I'm a superwoman. I know I'm strong. I know I got this 'cause I've had it all along. I'm phenomenal and I'm enough. I don't need you to tell me who to be. Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me. Don't try to change a thing. Can someone just know me? 'Cause underneath I'm broken and it's beautiful. walking on the ocean, turned water into wine. We bury our emotion and pretend that we're just fine. The only way to live now is to know we're gonna fly. Don't listen to the lying liars and their lies. I know I'm superwoman, I know I'm strong. I know I've got this 'cause I've had it all along. I'm phenomenal, and I'm enough. I don't need you to tell me who to be. Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me. Don't try to change a thing. Can someone just know me? 'Cause underneath I'm broken and it's beautiful. 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 And someone just hold me. Don't fix me. Don't try to change a thing. Someone